Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple. Tell me what's on your mind? Reckon not. But I can't help but be a touch wayward. I don't take it too far. My mom caught me once necking in the merkberry stalks, and of course I fight. But I've not done much more than that, and I don't use the real ugly words. Sometimes the feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me, gods darn it. I'm glad we talked.
Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others. I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative. I hoped you'd understand. Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity. After we parted, I set out to destroy the Leaden Key. It's controlled us for too long. I wanted to free Kith from it. So for 5 years I've been tracking down Leaden Key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret. Trying to undo them. The task has been more difficult than I anticipated. I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make, or the burden of living with them. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours. What matters is that you got us out again. After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations. Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Valia, a run-down backwater of a place. Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult. The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition. At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt. That's where it gets complicated. The village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Reminded me of Theos. He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were free of his influence, they'd be free from the bloodletting too. So I arranged for him to have an accident. The old man died, and the villagers were terrified. They were convinced his death was an ill omen. They blamed it, and every other mishap that befell them, on their lack of faith. So they began bloodletting every week, turning on their neighbors for giving too little. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week. I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better. I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about. Ah, that. I'm looking for an old Leaden Key sect. I've found several references, but I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything.
Hey, this brings back some memories, huh? The air's different, especially compared to Gilded Vale, where there's more livestock than shovels. Sounds different, too. You wake up to all those bird calls, it really does sound like they're making music. If the birds woke you in Gilded Vale, it was usually a couple crows making the most horrible mating noises you ever heard. Strange thing is, I still get this feeling in me like I wish I was home.
Watcher, tell me what's on your mind? They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul. Go madder than I already am? I don't rightly know. It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me. I'm glad we talked.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your... little boat?
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers, too.
I'm the harbor master, Kauha. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka. Akora May, Wayhen. No one gets through without good reason. Not even locals.
Show them. Show them what you are.
I've heard enough. There's no room for you in Nekataka Harbor. Get back on your ship and head back to open sea.
I will help you.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it! So much for discretion.
Hmm?
The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and Rowattians.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there, have you seen Lauro Badato?
Dora must think I work for free. Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes. Hazard of the work, really. Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it. Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower. While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal. If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net. One where I mend Principe ships and no others.
And here I'd have thought a shipwright would be eager for an exclusive contract. In particular, one with clients disposed towards getting their ships shot to shit and shot again.
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. I'm not sinking my business on the say-so of a pack of puffed-up bilge rats. Bastards are driving away business until I give in. Aye, but only once she fesses up that she doesn't have the coin. Call me a fool for holding out hope. She's an old client and a friend. You'd do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully. It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it? Oh, Come take a look.
Traveler, have you any food?
I've noticed you seem to be frequently at odds with others in your order.
Some of my brethren don't understand why I gotta do it. But I'm not beholden to them.
I can certainly sympathize.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
They took him. For what? Bataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us? At this rate, who'll be left to suffer?
Will do.
Heatley? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
Didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along. I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick. Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be. It's hard to keep them quiet. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable. And hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. I can give them a dignified death, if nothing else. Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster. A gift from the Valians. Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib. Eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here. Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air. Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu. You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it, and paying for it. Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town. But I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing. About the only honest one. The Raparu here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Row. He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valian traditionalist. Some say he's a thug with good taste. Either way, I steer clear of him. All the while, the gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs. Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace. That's what Dario and his people say. They recruit Raparu to sneak things from the docks, report on meetings between traders. I can't blame the Raparu, not when the alternative is eating from a trash pile. But I don't trust these Principe any more than I do the trading companies.
Difference being, lass, the Raparu be their customers and confederates alike. To the company bilge barnacles, they be only product.
And whenever the city authorities finally crack down, the Raparu will be caught in the middle. Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to Deadfire, so we can do some good. Other days, I'm too damn tired. About the only honest one. And Dario and his Principe scum. With Aothys's blessing, I'll still be here. Need something?
Please, I did nothing!
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
Let him go!
Bia, I'm sorry.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels. Was taking Bataro not enough for you? Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want? Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks. More words. They did not save him, and we cannot eat them. I say, what good are they, then? The traders say they bring riches in their big ships. But what reaches the gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say. The Rowatayans promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all. Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. And Bataro said we would finally leave. I heard a Rowatayan captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Bataro went and found her in the tavern. Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage. Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valians take slaves. They say the Principe smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowatayans have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there. They say many Rowatine captains are women. Maybe her ears will open better to you. Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks. When he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket. I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer... It is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps... Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot. Seduzo. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes, and me. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Never. That is the surest way to get the attention of the Overseer. I hear it is somewhere in the Narrows. It is possible Anoi knows. He has lived here longer than any. His hut is just along the walkway to the southwest.
I worry about you, Adair. There'd be a thing of free out here that you shouldn't be aiming a pet.
Hey, it was dark. I only saw the back of your head. Thought you were some huge island squirrel.
This ain't about me, farmer.
There's no place for outsiders.
Merla. Burned. Hello. My apologies. I didn't see you there. I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be? Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do. I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies? Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it. In any case, why are you here? Just a bit of culture I've picked up along the way. I admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in The White That Wends. I am, of course. A curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think. Care and patience, yes. It is gratifying to be understood. It is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked passage. I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea. The sensitive kind. My experiments were successful, and the ship eventually reached its destination. The rest is inconsequential. I think, perhaps, that I would be grateful for the opportunity. Truly?
We should discuss the sleeping arrangements.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful. I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure.
Your supplies here.
Payment for heads. It could be no simpler, I say.
Incense? Offerings for the temple?
So it is you. I could not think of a reason why your ghost should haunt the Deadfire, save to haunt me. And that smacks of arrogance. Sister. Another collection of spirits? The rumor was that Kat Nua was destroyed, and you with it. I was sorry to hear it. The gods have a purpose for you. That much has always been clear. When the priest spoke of Aethys' return, I volunteered to come, along with a few of my men. I think the Morning Council was content to have me out of the way. That's putting it all very simply. But then, I suspect few of us have simple reasons for coming to the Deadfire. Of course, I did not think. It must be difficult to see it so changed. I don't know. I came here on a pilgrimage of a kind. Nekataka is full of spirits. And the sea, where to begin?
Self-loathing is a blight on the soul, Adaric. Don't make your journey through hell darker than it has to be.
You're right, of course, sister. You are a watcher still, yet you are neither mad nor killed. It's good to see. Perhaps so. But you were worthy of Bareth's attention. That sword was only meant to keep you alive through your ordeal. It's fulfilled its purpose. Each missive from the Deadfire raises new tumult. Some believe our Lord restored, while others doubt. We've done penance for many long years. None of us know what forgiveness ought to look like.
It doesn't seem like Aethys has his mind on forgiveness these days.
Take care, and may the Shining God light your way.
Here's where I do the ritual.
hears your prayers.
Right there, under the statue
Surely
of God.
as I do.
Nothing like a homecoming to make a girl remember her roots, even if they are dried up and half dead. Sometimes I wonder if my brethren don't think I got black ichor running in my veins. Suppose they do. Suppose sometimes people do bad things in the name of their gods. But my brethren do more good than bad, and more good than most. Besides, I often don't understand you, Watcher, but I ain't afraid of you. Is it? Sakes alive. You shouldn't be so fine to me, Watcher. Makes me think untoward things. Gives me notions I don't need to be getting. I can't risk straying when I got a duty to gone. Yeah. Lay it on me. I was born to reap souls and lead them to the light. Now with Aethys dead, and these dire visions, I think I need to shield them from a hell gone dark. But the more I gather, the more my mind turns to tatters. Not yet, no. But soon. Gon has shown me the common end. Gon knows I'm trying. It ain't so easy. You could help. Give me a holler when a lost soul is near. Why do you think the god of rebirth held an aspect of death within him? You can't have life without dying. There ain't no beginning without a prior ending. Ain't no day without night, no spring without fall. You can't grow crops if you never harvest for seeds. Aethys is dead, and Gon is the death before life. He's the ripeness before the fall. That lumbering hunk of Audra might claim to be Aethys, but that doesn't matter a whit. He died, so he can't be Aethys anymore. Death changes every soul, even a god's. And if it doesn't, it should. All right. Yeah, I'm ready. I've done this before, but never with such a full lantern. You may want to stand back. The experience can be somewhat intense. Don't know if I feel cleaner, but I feel something. Blessed for sure. Let's just hope it lasts, because my lantern feels as heavy as ever, full to brimming with essence, like dark water spilling over my mind. All right, I'll be right behind you.
Hungry? Come on up. Don't be shy. The Shining God will bless you for it, ma'am. That... Blessing of Aethus upon you. Gone, shed light upon my path.
I've got it.
Aloth, is there any way you can bring Islamir back? The whole point
Halt.
of suppressing her was to
What is
keep
your
her
business
out
at
of
the
my
Brass
head.
Citadel? You're the Watcher. The one who nearly caused a riot in Queensbirth. The Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet you. His office is on the lower level of Imperial Command, up the stairs. Once you're inside, go downstairs through the room on the right. Hazanui Karu is the ultimate authority in the Brass Citadel. But she must endure the sops at the palace. When she returns, I'm sure she will grant you an audience. For now, Atsura Nui speaks with her voice.
With sails
I miss her
unfurled
impressions.
and sword held high.
She could do this one of you.
Battle for glory.
Like she did over and over. Was real good, though. She could do all your twitching, your squeaky voice when you got nervous.
I have business inside.
You want to see our wall?
You want down? Go and see Overseer Hitenga.
Let's not say that.
This would be a great danger to the Gullet. Possibly the entire city. You know something? Do not joke of this. Botaro? He associated with foreign criminals. I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her. These wicked sorts overrun the gullet and corrupt the Raparu. Our justice must be swift and firm. To the old city, Ikira. A god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep. Ugh. And the remains of lawbreakers and troublemakers. The gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates. Are you mad or merely lost? That place is a punishment for the lowest sort. Go and explore someplace with pleasant views and fresh air. The harbor, or Periki's Overlook. It's your neck, Ikira. We will leave the lift down there for half a day. That should be enough time to come back to your senses. After that, you are on your own. The guard will let you pass. Though I urge you.
Did you hear that?
Ain't exactly an hole in the wall, is it? On, well, account of it being an hole in the floor. Shh, never
You
mind.
lost your wits.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life.
Told you.
It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no? What say you, girl? I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. Footsteps like distant thunder. The wind whispers of a watcher who chases Aethys. I also hear the Raparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the gullet, as Amira has shown me you would. The Raparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly. It is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
This is the Juana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least. The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Kwaru provided skilled goods and services. The tribe takes care of the Raparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain, Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing. Ulug was never late with his shipments, always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do? If you do not know your way to the row, someone at the hole may be able to help you.
That is a fine idea. When it comes to mission work, my brethren are always happy to help.
Some of the less crazy ones, hopefully.
Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars, and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly hear your request for charity.
Need something? We tried, but the one away is prize share, meaning anything we'd give these people has to go through the palace. Best I can tell, our food went to the Queen's table, assuming it didn't rot in the storehouse first. That's a question for Solwyn. I'd ask her myself, but I got my hands full here. She's high priestess at the Temple of Gone. Tell her Pitty sent you. She'll listen. Probably.
Here for a meal? Just get in line, dear. Ain't no trick to it.
Hey, there's a lady I'm looking for. Came from Deerwood. Short, got a bad temper. Goes by Alava Mazzy. Heard of her?
I know an Alava, but that ain't a surname.
No?
Not real warm, that one. Stop by unannounced, you get a pistol up your nose when she answers the door.
Yeah, that's her. So, she's living with her, husband, then?
Not that I noticed.
Huh. Must be laying low.
Just that boy of hers.
She's got a son? How old would you say? Like a little boy?
I'd be happy to help you with the math.
Oh, I couldn't say. It's been years. He must be a young man by now.
Wow, that's something. Well, thanks for your help.
Don't you want to know where to find her?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
She's in Hasongo, last I heard. Got a little plot of land out there.
I guess we'll look that way then. Much obliged.
Jody, I do hope you're not getting into trouble now.
Who, me? No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Do swine stink like shit? I'm guessing you're not here to worship. Then what can I do for you? If Peatley sent you, then you've got my ear. But I won't promise what I can't fulfill. We tried. Shipped some shares for charity. God, it's nearly 2 years back. Had the means to do some real good. But the guards wouldn't have it. Sent it all to the palace to be shared out, proper-like. Never did see it again. Well, sure. I'd be beside myself for a chance to help the Ruparu, but... And I mean no offense. I don't know you, stranger. Some folk don't think twice about taking advantage of us faithful. Maybe you're one of them, and I'd be none the wiser. An offering to Eothas could really help our efforts to restore the temple, if you know what I mean. Much obliged for your generosity, friend. Of course, we'd be glad to lend a hand. But how'll UCR shares reach the Ruparu this time? What makes you think it'll work now when it didn't then? Sorry, but I do worry. How our crops make it from the islands to the Ruparu's mouths could affect our standing with the whole of the Kahanga tribe. We do this. It ought to be approved by the Queen.
Will do.
You know how I've been saying there's nothing more important to me than us freeing you from Bareth's bonds? Well, I meant that. I did. But there's this other thing I need to see about. On the way, like. I was gonna tell you. I don't see it like an obstacle. Well, not unless she's mad. She might be mad. This woman, well, love's not the right word, but she was something to me once, back in Gilded Vale. Once Theos was gone, there wasn't much keeping me in Deerwood. Thought I'd be happier in Adir, where my folks had gone. It was nice seeing them again. Been almost since the war. But I didn't belong. Found I couldn't talk to anyone, not just because of the funny way Adirans talk.
We merely swallow our food first.
Over there, across the ocean, it's like nothing I'd been through ever happened. Not the war, not the legacy. Even my parents missed most of it. And I'm glad about that. But all we had to talk about was stuff from when I was a boy. Then, I thought of somebody I knew I could talk to. Maybe the last person. And just like that, I was back on a boat. Going the other way. Last I saw her, she was going to New Hayamar. Went looking for her there, only to find that she'd left a long time ago. Anyway, I don't expect you to understand. But I gotta know she ended up all right. Yeah, that's something. Coming out of Deerwood during that time. When I knew her, she had another little boy, just a baby. But the legacy deprived him of a proper life. I never found out what happened to him. But with the Hollowborn, you didn't have to ask. Guess he got a brother, though. No, but I don't see a way to let this go. Least a way's not now. Last time I saw Alava, we got friendly. Now she's got a son.
You'd be better off mooning after someone with half a foot between her ears, lass.
You can't dictate what the heart wants, Seraphim. Thought you, of all people, would know that.
Well, the art can be a right stupid git sometimes. It don't always deserve your listening.
Nago, you have truly put your foot in it this time. Adotella, you go to visit the luminous bathhouse, yes? Tiverus, do you not know it? The waters, they glow with the light of luminous Adra. It can heal nearly any malady, I have heard. You must see it for yourself, and maybe you do Degnos a favor while you are there. My satchel. Like a fool, I left it inside. My ship is due to sail from Nekataka with the next high tide. If I do not find it, my Kasita will surely throw me overboard. Merla, I cannot swim. I would go by myself, but the guards, they bar the doors to me without my Kasita present. They think I am a thief. Gelade, you mean it? Agrasima, I am in your debt. There is, one thing. Madiko, how could I have forgotten? If you could, do not open the satchel. The contents are... The information is... proprietary. You understand? No. Please, my Kasita, she holds her trade secrets close. If she finds I have disclosed them to another, even unintentionally, I shall not live to make amends. Of course I'm Mika. You do me a great favor. I am not so good at Ideiren, yes? Forgive my clumsy words. Please, when you find the satchel, meet me at Peddler's Canal in Queensbirth.
Why, hello. Kutstili at your service. I'm guessing you're already familiar with the herbs I sell? Only brought what I could fit in my pack when I left Isha Middle, so I rely on the local flora to keep supplies stocked.
Oh, ain't no shame in looking, lass.
Money is the obvious answer, but I don't think that's what you're after. Yes, I'm an herbalist, but I also pride myself as a florist. I think the city liked the idea of putting a flower shop somewhere visible. It's ostentatious, really. Probably the same reason why we have a magic shop next door. Pariki's Overlook is a great big splash of culture and innovation, there to show travelers that the Huana are ready for the world at large.
Did I tell you? You were in my dreams last night, Watcher. You were on your knees. before my God. And I couldn't stop screaming.
In Cajun back? They don't let you have those in Deerwood anymore. That one's in pretty good condition.
I got nowhere else to turn. Stonehill is going to kill me.
Don't drag me into your mess, Bertenno. Not again.
Then you leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Hey, come back with that! Madico! That flaccid pazzo! Imp, you had none of that, huh? That's what I thought. What am I going to do? Think, Facina. My postenago of a lover stole Rokawa's fingers. The master will kill me if I don't get them back. He must have wanted to raise some fast coin. Arkemir will flay me alive over those damned gloves. He said that he's in debt to a Rautayan captain by the name of Hamuto Stonehill. By all accounts, a deadly serious man. Is it strange? I don't know. Go consult Arkemir's grimoire if you're that curious. Not that it's any of your business, but Bertenno used to spend a lot of late nights here. I got into the construct's guts and marked off Bertenno as a safe visitor so they would not attack him. And before you ask, no, I will never do this again. You do not know Arkemir, do you? He is as cheap as a Wodican clerk. Whatever he loses from those gloves, he will take out on me. Somehow. You will? If you are expecting some payment or reward, I do need to keep this under wraps. You look capable. While I am stuck behind this counter, I am in no position to refuse help. A discount goes without saying. You're saving me a world of trouble by doing this. Thank you. I do not know where Bertenno fences his goods, but he mentioned an appointment at the Bra Citadel docks. Hamuto Stonehill must be as dangerous as he sounds, or else Bertenno wouldn't be so panicked. I am the apprentice of He of Many Colors. That's plain old Arkemir to you. What few spells I know have names like Arkemir's Dripping Scourge or Arkemir's Malevolent Codpiece. He made me conjure a household staff of imps. Horrible, chittering things. I think it's because he knows I hate them. He makes me call him by the titles he's earned in his long career. I can also call him by the titles I've made up since the start of my apprenticeship. To me, he's the bringer of foul wind, the teeth of suckling imps, and the herald of dirty slippers.
You have no right to interfere in Rauatai's business.
Huana culture isn't business, you company drudge.
Did the Queen summon everyone to the palace?
Akira, I've never seen Arui.
Takehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
Guildmaster, be reasonable. I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool. Akira, it's always both where this one is concerned.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
Akira, the significance is clearer to some than others.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
Ugh, insufferable. Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection? Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say. Kira, the locals revere anything to do with the sea. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Huana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes. The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse? The guild can wait until I am good and ready to return. A watcher? And here I am used to being the freak of Pariki's Overlook. What does a watcher do? Ikera, just so. I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist. My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy, to brew ink and sort parchment. Will we do much fighting, then? Kara, a pity. You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus reach my ears. And louder whispers of a corpse who follows him. What will you do when you catch up to this walking god? I would command the ocean herself to drag him to the bottom of a lightless trench. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship. Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
No one's ever called me beautiful before.
Lead on. It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way. A fair warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion. Good guess. Only for as long as, well, I say you will learn. In time.
I'll be shoving off then, Cap.
Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrine, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company vipers. Take care you are not bitten. Mere words. They are in the throne room through the door behind me. If you should lose your way, follow the shouting.
I've got it.
May Helia smile upon your endeavors.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Brother, stand down. You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us. An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves. This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
Huck, I know this one. Her parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Birth.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
Huh. What sailor's tale is this?
There's no sane explanation for what's been happening. You keep waiting for one, it'll be too late.
Does tilling the soils of the Eastern Reach drive all men mad? You sound as crazy as the Dawnstar Dreamers.
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
Ganta Nichese. I'm acquainted with the Watcher of Cadnua from my assignments in Defiance Bay and Twin Elms.
Diverus? It explains the colorful nature of your reports.
I have seen things with her that are not even told in the most outlandish of sailors' tales.
And I'm supposed to take two Valians at their word?
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court. Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire? How resourceful of you. The Isles are studded with enough luminous Adra to bankroll an economy. I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hisongo. Set sail to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Only that Hisongo is a Rawatayan outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
Ma'am.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
And shut us out entirely? We have every right to know of any hazards in these waters. Palagino, go with the Watcher. See that the Republics are served in this investigation.
Ah, Your Excellency. Hamed Kong Swalias.
That will be enough parading of champions for now. I'm certain that our guest knows how to assemble a crew. Akira, if you can stand the chattering of unlike minds on your ship, that is your prerogative.
Good thing I'm already accustomed to cramped quarters and temperamental birds.
We both have our orders. I have no interest in interfering with you as long as you do not interfere with me.
I believe we are finished here. Are we? Aren't we popular? Take care at Hisongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in. And take care with your trading company spies.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else. Let's... While we have the chance.
On it.
You make a habit of turning up uninvited. Kahopa, Tangaloa, welcome our guest.
Watch out. When these things lick, well, I hope for your sake you're not ticklish.
You travel with a brave crew, Watcher. Nothing to fear, I say. If a queen cannot wrangle two cats, what right has she to the Deadfire? There are many leagues between here and Hisongo. I trust you have packed for the journey. Sail west from Nekataka's harbor. I would tell you to watch for a lighthouse, but Hisongo's Adra has gone dark. Take care that your ship does not run aground. There. You have it from a queen. Safe travels, Watcher.
Right.
You songwriters need a guild if you hope to learn discipline.
Not so. We speak in the tongue of Ngati and Amira. Your pretty dances may upset the puddle, but we command the wind and sky.
Hey, I have missed our little talks.
Akira.
Found something. On it.
I'll get it open.
Finished.
Yes?
I know exactly what you're thinking. You're asking yourself, how did I let the Royal Deadfire Company plant an informant in my crew? My superiors might expect me to report in from time to time, but don't read too much into it. You're not the only big thing happening around here. I'm in this for a lot of information, a little diplomacy, and plenty of target practice. This whole campaign is a risk-benefit analysis. The Navy knows you're a gamble, and they're factoring in all potential losses. Rawatai is here to do some good work, since the Huana can't seem to do it themselves. Maybe just try and stay out of our way. Better that you hear it from me than someone else, right? The company isn't in the business of reassigning officers outside of the mission unless they've got a damn good reason. And you are a damn good reason. Take the compliment. Uncomplicated. Just the way I like it. Oh, guess you ought to meet the bird. Ishi is smarter than he looks, but don't expect him to do any tricks. Ishi, come.
That's a good-looking bird. Hey, Birdie. Hey, Birdie.
That'll go right to his head. Did your friend suffer a head wound? Before we get into deeper waters, I've got a question. You've got a ship and a title. Being captain means more than just wearing a big hat. A lot of tough calls to be made. Well, naturally, that's your right. A crew can be like family. They can also be like a nest of squalling infants. Let's say your galley cook was fixing to organize the rest of the crew into a mutiny. How would you handle it? Sort it out as equals. Interesting. Of course, the only right answer is the one that works in a given time and place. I just wanted to hear yours. Mostly preemptive measures. We try to pull the weeds before they reach the garden. But enough about me. Glad to be aboard, Captain.
I must say, our adventures together have been a welcome change of pace. When we first met in the Deerwood, you were struggling for your sanity. Now you're fighting for your soul. I can't imagine the weight of that burden. And yet you've borne it, and more remarkably. But you do. The gods have sent you after Aethys, and every power of note in Deadfire has their own plans for you. That puts you in a position of incredible influence. I'm glad you don't take your responsibilities lightly. Perhaps so. But you must know how many lives hang in the balance. I hope you'll remember this in the days to come.
Sure.
Harami!
I am here, Seduzo Nui.
Do we expect today a local merchant?
We do not, Seduzo Nui.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise. The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him. These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say. This fellow wanted passage on my ship, as if I were the village ferryman. I told him there was none to be had, certainly not at his price. He told me he had coin, lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
So you assumed the worst and threw him to the wolves?
No, you presumptuous Adiran. I assumed nothing until I saw the swollenette. A marked coin, a token of allegiance. The Principi carry them. I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the Gullet, but I did not realize how much so. I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him. There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin. Why do you bring this to me? I can take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths. That is assuming you have the coin. I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3, plus the food and water they require. As you say, he and his people are gold-packed knights. Orin is particular. But perhaps that is good. He just finished a contract to guard the Valian Luminous Mill. I hear animancers are also particular. He's upstairs. Just do not interrupt him if he's arranging things. What is your business with me? Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural coral, and will return to Rauatai with vorals, merkberries, and Andra stars. Most do.
Kana gave me that same look when he accidentally fired my rifle at the Ranganui's favorite gong. I didn't believe it then either.
The Royal Deadfire Company would frown on business in this district. But there's no harm if they don't know.
I just remembered I need to write up a report for my boss. Don't mind me.
Very well. I could take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths. I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3, plus the food and water they require. Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better. And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is. Nearly done, I hope. I sold a consignment of iron and cultural coral, and will return to Rauatai with vorals, merkberries, and Andra stars. What is your business with me? I would have nothing to do with such a place.
Ishi, get my gun.
But I hear it's in the Narrows, behind an empty merchant stall.
He does this every time. Just have to wait.
Don't see why you'd spend all that time arranging your food if you aren't making it look like a funny face. I didn't see what Seduza was fussing about. Nothing wrong with being tidy.
Cheers. What do you require? Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction, and she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement. Out of the question. We're due in Tekoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance. And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent. Damn, if that thing burns while we're still here.
I've got it.
What is your business with me? And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is.
What do you require? A gold-packed knight is bound by his contract, and ours binds us to make all possible haste to Takoa. Booking passage on another ship on such short notice would be most expensive. Look around. The Deadfire is filled with misery, to say nothing of the gullet.
Folks like you ain't helping. Have a heart. Or is it already dead in your chest?
I have oaths to keep. Perhaps that means little to you, but I am bound by them. What better life do you imagine for them in Rauatai? They will only trade one misery for another. Besides, I have a contract to fulfill. All ships leaving for Rauatai are laden with luminous Adra and other rare goods. Mercenaries, even of our skill, do not rate so highly. That sounded like a threat. Was that a threat?
I think it's beyond
Can't
me.
make a dent. Alvaru, beyond seek.
That dog won't hunt.
Lava. Beyond seek.
Take him down. Didn't work.
Can't take much more.
Hitting the water.
Take him down.
Huh?
Let's go! Didn't work.
Hey.
Can't get a clean hit. Speak freely.
Better.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. No one noticed that, right? Take him down.
Huh?
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle.
On it.
What is your business with me? Huh. And you are fortunate Orin is no longer traveling with me. The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me. Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Of course not. He worked on the docks, I'm sure of it. The Overseer looks for a reason to toss us below too. Such talk will bring him to our doorstep. I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you. After what happened, Batara would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rauataians. If it is anywhere, it is surely with his body. What say, then?
Her watcher sure is something else, ain't she? Darnation, you're gonna make me cry myself.
May Amira's winds ever blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
Will do.
What all do you write in those reports of yours, Maya? Did you detail the Watcher?
You've caught the eye of
What about
someone
me?
important. If you're interested in making good pay and a good friend, head to the Narrows at the western end of the gullet. Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail. Tell them Dario sent for you. And remember your manners.
I may have told the company one or two choice details about you.
For real? You thought me worth noting in your politic papers? Maybe I'll make my temple proud yet.
So you're flattered. Interesting. Guess I'll add that to the next report.
The hero of the Riparu visits me at last. You must forgive the cryptic introduction, but I prefer to remain among the comforts of home.
Funny to see a pirate with an office instead of a ship. Sorry if I sank yours.
There is no need for discourtesy. I am a businessman. Though these are modest luxuries compared to those on offer at the palace. But had I only known there was a watcher in my midst, I would have extended the invitation sooner. I have made a crucial miscalculation once before. I do not make them in matters such as this. Captain Ferrante sent word about the Watcher of the Deerwood. I have a job, one that could use a Watcher's skills. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me. Ah, but who said anything about stealing? Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace. The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city. What do you require? Why must we speak of sides, like squabbling merchants from the republics? Once, there were no sides. Only Principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage. And if we discard them, who are we then? Simple marauders? The new bloods are Principi too now, and many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
Inventive or not, their ships will end up in Andra's clutches.
For such a serious people, you Rauataians have most colorful imaginations. Patience? First, you must bring me the cornet of waves. A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with a needle. Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
What have you been up to, Aloth, since we left Twin Elms? Oh, quite a lot. I've been around the Eastern Reach, traveled to Old Valia.
Is that right? Well, who took you there?
I'm perfectly capable of traveling on my own, you know.
Of course I know that. Just never seen it is all.
How may I help?
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something? The hole's been here so long as there's been a gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants? Of course.
What would you call the color on that meat? Ash?
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
You were saying?
So, does Gilded Vale still reek of spoiled grain and burnt stew?
Wouldn't know. Decided to go places where I could be of more use.
I didn't realize farmers were in such short supply in the Deerwood.
That really all you think I can do?
Oh, I meant no offense. You know how to handle a tankard as well.
Will do.
Yeah?
What can I do you for?
Huh?
I see trouble.
Take a gander over there.
I've got it.
Wait! I'm not looking for trouble. Not anymore, I mean. And I've not got a weapon on you. See? It's just, you're the first body I've bumped into in days that's actually breathing. I mean, could it be you're delving for forgotten treasures? Same as me? I'm loath to admit it, but look, I'm too desperate not to. I've found not a single trinket and no end to this pit since I first crawled down. I thought to follow the rivers out, but the caves are crawling with grubs. I might ask the same to you, friend. Not everyone longs to die in their own bed. I thought I'd have more time. You haven't found a way out of here, have you? I scaled down from the cliffs, but midway, the rocks turned slick. Best bet's the rivers at the base of the pit. They flow beneath the outcrops, so they must dump into the sea. The trouble's been reaching the base. The western caves wind downward, but they're riddled, infested. Walking them's not been safe. I packed provisions enough for 2 weeks. Started rationing when things looked grim. After the first odd days, I don't know beyond that. Andra's lure seems hardly worth it now. Suppose I fell for the bait though, didn't I? Fabled temple full of treasures my ass. Right. I'll wait here, and you'll return for me, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it open.
Done. Take him down!
This is futile!
Yeah?
That's not very helpful.
Huh?
We're not done yet. Let's go. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
You only miss blood when it's gone.
You were saying?
Let's go! Take him down! Will do. On it.
Captain?
How may I help? Hey.
Speak freely.
I've got it. Enemies ahead.
That's it! Bravo, beyond sick.
What do you need?
I hope nobody's...
Didn't work. What can I do you for?
Take him down.
Your orders?
Can't make a dent.
I got this, Captain. Let's go. Will do.
Dimming the lantern. I see a soul in the darkness. One ready for reaping.
Foes ahead. How may I help?
That's it!
What do you need?
That doesn't feel right.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Damn!
Lavaru beyond sick.
Speak freely.
It's not very helpful. Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly... dying of poison.
Can't make a dent.
Hmm?
Be on sync. Go, darn it!
Hey.
Lavaru beyond sick.
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly
slow.
dying of poison. I'm feeling the strain.
Mo.
Can't make a dent.
I'm fixing to be sick.
Than rough.
Hmm?
Could use something to put a little pep in my step.
Indeed.
On it.
What did you find, Ishi?
It's clever, I'll give him that.
And who, or what, do we have here? Where I see it, you've got two options. You can tell me who sent you, or I can feed you the shaft of my gun. What for? I've already got an emissary. Speak up, Swabby, and be quick about it. So, when I fancies you the new Ulug, eh? And you had nothing to do with it, then I need to know how it happened. Guess that's the way of it sometimes, but it's not what I would have hoped for. Ulug wasn't any ruffler. He didn't deserve that. Everyone in the gullet knows Ulug's my man. Everyone except the Mutaru. Gotta be them what got him. And though it pains me to say it, if the Mutaru are biting for blood, it's best if I back off. I can't be feeding the Raparu right under their noses. Leave the secrecy to me. What you need to prove is that you can be trusted well enough. Say I happen to have a fella wanting for a full shipment of crude luminous Ardra, but I have no Ardra to sell. Loot me no less than 6 crates, and I'll be, let's say, better inclined to do you a favor. If you're a particularly daring sort, you might snatch it from under their noses. Them Valiant trading Princocks have a stockpile of it in their mill in Queen's Berth. Otherwise, you could raid them in shallow waters as they ship it in. Now, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, there is one other that tickles mine. Ply me with enough coin to hire fresh hands, bribe a few officials, enjoy a taste of flesh, and I'm yours. Oh, I guess 30,000 copper ought to cover it. Always a pleasure pirating is. I'll keep an eye on the horizon for your prosperous return.
Will do.
You back to see the boss? I'll be escorting you then. Stick close now.
I've got it.
Delver's Row has plenty to offer, but it's that way.
Ishi's crap is harder to get out of leather than tar. This is the second time he's gotten my boots.
It's a phase. Just trying to cozy up to you, Firefly.
Well, I was sneaking him some extra seeds. Can you
Keeping an eye out.
Nice and slow. Steady does it. Nice and slow.
Will do. Sure. Right.
It's the smell of cardamom that drew you, no? Or perhaps the sting of fresh pepper. Or maybe you seek something with a stronger bite. Then you'd best ask elsewhere. But careful. If the Mataru overseer hears there's a sickness, might be he has more questions for you.
Looking for something to sharpen the senses? To help you leave your sorrows behind? I got what you need.
Think you made a wrong turn, Bilger. You don't belong in the row.
Worth a look? I got it.
You need a blade or a bludgeon or some sturdy armor? Umani has what you seek. Old Umani's stock is tested.
Found something.
What is this Kith creature?
All right, I'll go first. Is it true some of your kind are covered in soft fur that feels good to pet?
What secrets does it bring?
Let us see. Let us see. Any. All. Yes, you came to Deadfire seeking knowledge, too. The language of tongues is a dull, tedious thing. Why ask when you can see for yourself? A watcher, the Deerwood, the warm seas of the Deadfire. We wish to only see, to know, yet Kith hide and hoard their secrets.
I don't trust this creature. At all.
We dig. There are many minds here with many secrets, many depths with even more.
A city under a city.
Another in the ruins.
It teems with young secrets, rivalries and betrayals. We seek the older secrets, buried deeper and carved on weathered stone. Your friends, the broken down creatures of this place, they know the old secrets. They know, but they do not tell me.
You need a blade or a bludgeon, or... Then you blunt your teeth talking to me. Go and see Ernesto. His shop is just across the way.
Will do.
You are looking for something, Aimika? Perhaps I am it. Ernezzo has not seen you before. You must be new. New or very good at disguises. Ah, but you are the one the Roparos speak of. They are most fond of you, but not so discreet. But how did you hear about this place? Wait, no. Do not tell me. Sometimes it is better not to know. There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly. Eh? I hope you are not ill. But never mind. If the Mataru come asking, I will not tell. But Drowner's lung is very serious. Very deadly. The cure is not cheap. But how can one put a price on good health? On the other hand, you look strong. Like you could handle some hard work. If the price seems high, there is a certain little favor you could do for me instead. No, Anika, this is not what I mean. There is a certain merchant here who needs to not be here. This merchant runs a shop at the end of the street. People know it as the Spindleman. If you get rid of it, then I will give you the medicine.
Hold on, not so fast. Do they call him that because he carries a spindle, or because he's got spindly legs?
Merla, it is a dangerous pest. When it dug its lair, it did not even ask permission of their... of the boss.
Usually you want to pay the proper respects if you're digging a lair.
If I do, I surely did not say such a thing. But this Spindleman, they say it is a mind reader. They say it is a mind reader. We in Delves Row are simple folk, quiet folk. It does not do to have a mind reader nosing among us. You understand me, yes?
Come on, let's get a drink of firmness.
It's early. We'll go when it's dark.
Fine.
His is a small mind, with small concerns. What do you care for him? You...
We must see. We must know.
What is your business with the cellar, woman? Yes, we saw it as the medicine you desire, so we will tell you a secret. There is a hidden entrance to her storeroom. Follow the wooden catwalk east of her shop. This is where she moves supplies in secret for Dario. We want to see you betray Ernesto with her own secret. Take the medicine you desire. If you also exterminate her, then we can sell you special things at special prices. Though the other cellar women and cellar men might think angry thoughts of you then.
Yes. You have been generous with us.
There is a place below the slums, old, cold, and abandoned, where the city swallows those it wishes forgotten. But this place was once part of the city. So was its temple, a site holy to the goddess of distant, forgotten things.
I'll get it. I'll get it open. On it. I'll get it open. Got it. Will do.
What do you need?
Take him down.
Tell me.
Can't get a clean hit.
Hmm?
This is futile!
Let's go.
About taxed to my limit.
Yeah?
That's not very helpful.
Happy to oblige.
On your feet now. Take him down.
Your orders?
Let's go.
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
Ha!
Hey.
Happy to oblige.
No good.
Can't get a clean hit.
Be on sync.
Let's go.
See that, Ishi?
Mo Ixie on us.
Sure. I've got it.
There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly. Perfecto. I heard certain rumors. Of course, I did not want to ask too many questions. I know not what you speak of, Aimika. Surely you have me confused with someone else. No more, please. Your medicine, as promised.
Hey, how did you do that? Can you do that again? To think the fate of Eora rests in our collective hands.
There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly.
Hold it right there, mate. State your business. I mean it. Spill your guts or spill your blood. If you've come to see Mad Morena, God shield your soul. Far be it from me to be stopping your march into death. Captain's there. She's in a fit of a mood, so step lightly, aye?
Bide where you are, lovesome. Well, regale me. I invite you to hand it over swiftly, then. Ah, what lovelies. Aye, fine work you've done. Work I won't be likely to forget. The commander of my fleet, and the relentless leader of us new bloods, Captain Aldes, won't forget either. If you're feeling adventurous, you might call on her at full deadlight. A deal's a deal, then. We'll catch us a fresh contact. Round up the shipments again soon, strong and sure. The Ruparu will have to stand on their own 2 feet someday, but for now, we'll keep them out of the ground.
I've no choice but to hope this venture together fares better than our last. We will accept the Principe's generosity and work to return it tenfold. Never can I thank you enough, Watcher who has the ear of both kith and gods. Always the Ruparu will know of your kindness, should you need refuge within Nekadaka. Know that the Reparu will stand by your side. May Amira's wind ever fill your sails, girl. We will not forget what you have done for us.
So if things had played out different, you might have grown up here.
True. Good thing my parents had the sense to leave.
And you'd be worrying about what the trading companies were doing, setting up down here.
No offense, but I try not to live with a bunch of ifs trailing in my wake.
Need something? That could save an awful lot of sick people. That's the stuff, all right. Thank you. That's from me and from the children of the Dawnstars. If you'll excuse me, I better start treating the sickest ones.